Hi there, it's Krista, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do out-of-bounds framing in Photoshop Elements today. This is going to be what our final project looks like, and in order to get us started, I'm going to go ahead and open a new workspace. So I'm going to go to File and New, and I'm going to open up a blank file, and I'm going to set my parameters of my workspace. Normally, for printing purposes, you would use 3600 by 3600 height and width, and a resolution of 300, which would give you a 12 by 12 square. For my purposes here, because this is going to be for the web, I'm going to use a 600 by 600 pixel with a 72 resolution, and that I already have set up here in my document type. So once I have that, I'm going to keep that as transparent, and I'm going to click OK, and there's my workspace. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my supplies, and down here at the bottom of Photoshop Elements is what is called a photo bin, and when you open up your supplies of papers and elements and such, it's going to gather in the photo bin. So I'm going to go up to File and Open, and I'm going to go and locate the folder of my kit that I want to use, and I'm going to hold down Control, and I'm going to go ahead and select each of the elements and papers that I want to use for my project. I'm going to go ahead and hit Control or Command on a Mac, Control on a PC, and I'm just going to select the papers that I want to grab, and I'm going to slide down a little bit and go ahead and grab some elements. This kit that I'm using is from Lynn Griefson of the Lily Pad. It's a free newsletter subscriber kit that Lynn has, and so I put that all in. It all just kind of builds here in my photo bin. And now I'm going to go ahead and get my picture. So I'm going to go to File, Open, and I'm going to go and find my photo, and this is the photo I'm going to use. It's a picture that I took when I was at Williamsburg Winery. I do like my wine. And now I'm going to also go back and grab that staple, because I needed a staple too. I'm going to click Open. Okay, so now I have all my elements. They're all sitting here in the photo bin, and obviously you can't see the photo, but if you slide the slider down a little bit, there's the overflow of my elements that I have here in the photo bin. So let me go back to my workspace, and now I'm going to just go ahead and drag up my paper, and we'll add that to my space. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my photo. So I'll just go ahead and grab the photo, and it automatically has the little bounding boxes on the edges. So I just want to make this a tad smaller. I'm just going to grab the corner there and just slide it in a little bit, and then I'm just going to, with the mouse, just kind of move over the photo till I have it where I want it, a little bit semi off center. So there we go. I'm going to click the check mark, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and collect the photo bin, and I'm going to grab the it's a paint transfer. I'm going to use that as clipping to clip my photo to. You can also use a regular mask element. The transfers work well too. So I just kind of place that over the photo. That's a good area that I want to place there. And now I need this underneath my photo. So I'm going to go over to the layer panel, and I'm going to grab that transfer layer, and I'm going to just grab it and slide it down so it's right under the photo. And now we're going to go ahead and clip our photo to that paint transfer. There's a few ways that you can do the clipping mask, and you can right click on the photo and click on right click with your mouse and create clipping mask, and that automatically will clip the photo to the layer right below. Or you can, let me undo that, and you can also do a shortcut. If you put your cursor on and highlight the transfer layer mask, and you select Option on a Mac or Alt on a PC, and you go just a little bit above that, you'll see a little square with an arrow, and if you click on that with your mouse, it automatically will take the layer above and clip it right to the transfer. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and just resize that transfer because it's a little bit it's the photo isn't sitting quite the way I want in that transfer. The transfer is a little bit bigger than the photo. So in order to adjust that, we're going to use those transform boxes, and I'm just going to slide a little. If you hold your shift key and go in, it's going to do it off so it's not even, so you can just push and pull, so you can just kind of get it a little better sizing for your photo. Now there's some spots in here that I'm missing. Some of my photo, I'm going to add a little bit of paint there. I'm going to paint that in so I can get a little bit more of the surface area of the photo showing. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the layer, and I want to simplify that so I can paint on it. So if you right click with your mouse and go down on the menu and simplify, once you've simplified, now you can make changes to that layer. So with a round soft brush in my brush tool, which is over here, I'm going to go ahead and grab the brush, and down here is the tool information. I'm going to use a soft round brush, and I'm going to just go ahead and paint a little bit to add some paint in to give me a little bit more of my photo. If you to make the brush larger or smaller, you can use your bracket keys. If you use the left bracket key, it's going to make your brush smaller, and if you use the right bracket key, it's going to make your brush larger. So I've gone ahead and I've painted in where I want to. Now what I want to do is, I have some hard edges here and over here. I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to go ahead and add a layer mask here, just in case I want to switch it up later. I'm going to add a layer mask so that I can hide some of those hard edges. In order to add a layer mask, I'm going to go up to the top of my toolbar, and there's a little box with a rectangle with a little circle in it. I'm going to click on that, and that adds the white layer mask to my paint transfer. This white layer mask right now is revealing everything. When you paint with black, it automatically will hide or conceal the areas that you don't want to see. So in order to do that, you need to use I'm going to use the soft round brush again, and with my foreground as paint as black, I'm going to go ahead and paint here inside the mask. If your foreground and your background are not black as foreground and white as background, you can easily, with a shortcut key, you can easily get there by just hitting Control or Command and X, and that will switch them black and white, and it'll flip them back and forth, or setting the default to these colors. Say if you were with red and different colors other than black and white, if you just touch D on the keyboard, it will automatically make these black and white. That's the default for your colors. So I already have black here as my foreground, and that's what I need. I've already selected the brush, and so now I'm just going to go ahead and with the paint brush, I'm just going to lightly soften those edges where I was seeing that I had some hard edges. Now if you can see here in the layer mask, I have a little bit of black paint, so that is cleaning that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and I want to add a new layer. So I'm going to click on my photo, and I want to add a new layer above the photo. So I'm going to click on the create a new layer icon, and now I'm going to be creating my photo edge. So I want to go ahead and click on this rectangle marquee tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle on top of my photo. And that's about how I want to have my framing. And now, as again with the colors of the paint, of foreground is white and background is black, I need the foreground is white. I'm going to fill this in with white. So I'm going to use my paint bucket tool, and I'm going to fill that in with white. And again, if it's backwards, you can just hit Control or Command X, and that will toggle between black and white. So now that I have that filled in, as you can see, there is marching ants around. To deselect that, you can go up here and do Select, Deselect, or if you can see that there's the shortcut is right here, Control or Command D will go ahead and deselect. So now that we've done that, now I want to go ahead and redo that same step, but now we're going to come in just a little bit, and I'm going to use that little crosshairs to use as a good eyeball to make my inside frame, inside rectangle there. And I let go, and now I have marching ants here. And what I want to do is just hit the delete key, and that should get rid of the inside. And again, you have the marching ants, so you want to deselect, and we're just going to do the shortcut, a Control Command D, undo that. And now we have our photo edge. So I want to go ahead and add a style, drop shadow style to that. I'm just going to go down to styles. It doesn't matter, you can always adjust your drop shadow later. I'm going to just go ahead and grab one that I have, go back to my layers, and now what we want to do is we're going to, in this area here where we want to erase some of that, we're going to use a mask for that purpose to hide this portion. So this is where it will be coming out of the frame. So again, we're going to select the photo edge, and we're going to add a layer mask. So the rectangle with the circle icon, and now with the black as the foreground color, and again the soft round brush, all you need to do is come in here. I have it quite large, but that works, and we're just gonna paint in black in that area, and now it looks like it's coming out of the frame. Now of course you want to add some embellishments, some elements, some title work, some journaling, and you can go ahead and do that here. We'll just grab this and put that on the edges a little big. We're going to just resize this with the little bounding boxes. These are the elements, and now I'm just going to move that up a little bit so it'll be above the frame, and just continue adding on your little elements, and you should end up at the end however you want to add some journaling, you want to add a title, and this is basically what you end with. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.